Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Thank you everybody for always watching my videos. This video is going to be about an American who emailed me. He emailed me from USA, of course, and he's living in USA. He said he's just tired. He says this is what he wrote. I'm an American. I am tired of all the things that's happening in USA presently. I am 42. I have enough money in the bank. I am a stockbroker. I found your channel and been watching you for a few months. I want to check and see about how to do things and how to go to actually start coming to the Philippines. And he's putting this out to all my subscribers for them to help him decide on the best places to live. Now, a little background about this gentleman. He says, okay, well, his name is Paul, and he presently does not have anybody he's dating or seeing or anything online. He's just wanting to come here, boots on the ground thing, and he's wanting to kind of get a feel on the area. He wants to know a couple things. He comes from a stockbroker background. He said he has a few $1 million in the bank. He has a backup of a few million US dollars in the bank. And he's 42 years old. He's just tired of the stuff. He has backup of a few million. I said, I've never seen $1 million, so I would not even know what that is. So, but he said, well, I have enough to live on, so I won't have a problem with enough money to live on. He said, I can retire today, and I even have a house that I could even sell. And I said, I have the cash flow. But long story short, we're number one on the list. He wants me to ask everybody that's out there, where is the best place to live? From your perspective, not mine. So, you guys would come in and comment and say, hey, I live in wherever, Baguio, best place to live. I live in Dumaguete, best place to live. So you guys comment in. He's going to read all the comments. He's wanting to see who, what, when, where, and where are the subs and where they're living, if they're happy where they're living. He has an idea where he wants to live, but he wants to put out to all the subscribers and see what they think. It's actually a great idea. What is really the best place to live if he is coming to the Philippines? Should he live in the city or the province? And of course, that's going to actually change. So if you say live in Davao, but do you live in the city, Davao proper, or do you live outside of the city? That's a great question. So that's something for someone to really, that's a big point. Do you live in a city where you have all the things? Now, he's from New York. He's used to live in the high lifestyle. It's nothing for him to get on a plane every 4 to 5 weeks and to fly to Vegas, he said. And I go 4 to 5 weeks to Vegas. He spends 2, 3, 4 days, or wherever he wants to spend. It's not like, he says, it's not like I have to be back to work or anything like that. So he said, I just work when I want to, do what I want to, whatever I want to. I wish I was 42 years old how to do that. And I'll tell you that, Paul. Good for you. High five to you. But what do you do, right? So where do you live, in town or out of town? Will you be happy enough here? Because you're not going to be able to do all the things that you could do in U.S. here. He's just tired of the stress and the strain. I say if you come here, Paul, live here a few months and go back wherever you want to go. You can go to travel Asia and Vietnam and all the other places. It gives you an idea. Now, the travel ban is still on. You can't do it probably this month or next month. They're stating that it's going to be a little longer for that, for people coming in the Philippines, but I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know how anybody else would even know anything either. I don't think anybody knows what they're going to do yet. Where's the best place to find a Filipina, he said. Where can I find a Filipina? I don't want to really necessarily go dating online, and I'm not going to go online to try to find one. Where's the best place to find one? So that's number 3. Number 1, best place to live, in or out of town. And number 3 was, where does he find a nice lady? Looking at a condo. He said he's looking at buying a couple of condos. Open the rooms up, and just have one big condo. In other words, have one big, huge condo. You just live in that. I said, not a bad idea. Make sure you get bottom floor so you don't have to wait the elevator all the time. Open it up, make you a nice one. I said, if you're going to do that, you might as well buy 3 and open all the rooms up so you have a real nice flat. Big studio. That's what I said to him. If you're going to do that. But I said, then you're under the rules of the condos. Whatever's above you, the side of you, all this, that, and other. And he says, well, my bed would probably be in, say, the middle, per se, and then the rooms are serious if somebody's on the other rooms making noise. That's what he's thinking. He said he has no vices. He does not drink. He does not. He gambles. He gambles. He said, but I don't drink. He said, people think. He says, he's one of these guys. He said, I'm a control freak. I cannot control myself when I drink and I'm gambling. He said, people go out there and they drink and they gamble and they find themselves running short because they took an extra bet they shouldn't have, or they're playing blackjack or whatever, and they whatever they're doing. And he said the best thing to do is not to drink. I don't drink. So he doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He said, I don't do any of that stuff. He says, because I'm a control freak, and that's how he was able to collect his money, he said. So, like I said, he goes to Vegas. What do you do, right? He follows the rules. So, what he said was, I want to know what all your subscribers thinks, Tom. He said, I'm finding that your subscribers are the same as the subscribers on this channel and this channel and this channel and this channel, because they all kind of get around. And he says, you got subscribers that have been there in and out of the Philippines for many years. I've had many New Yorkers that have been in and out of the Philippines for many times. But they're telling me the places to live is Makati and Angeles City and Clark and around places like that. But he says, I think Philippines has a lot more to offer than that type scene. He looked at some places over in Cebu and some houses in Cebu. But his thought was, I'm not going to do anything till I come here anyway. But he said, before I come, whenever that is, if it's this year or whatever, he said, I want you to ask all your loyal subscribers, where would they live? Where would they go? What would they do? If would they live in a province? Would they do like me? Would you live here? I know Paul would not be happy where I'm at. You don't have, there's no nightlife, there's no activity, you can't go down, you can't go get a pizza. You can, it's not like a New York pizza. You can't go get a steak at the Brazilian steakhouse on the corner. You can't go get a sub. You can't get a hero. You can't get a good hot dog. You can if you make them yourself and get them in advance, but you're really going to have a hard time finding a lot of that stuff. You can find it. I'm not saying you can't find it, but he would need to hire someone to make sure he has all that stuff and do that, and he's going to do that. He said, I was thinking about a condo, three rooms, 2 to 3 rooms. Open it up, all the walls knocked down, or doorways, this, that, and other. Making a big bathroom. One would be like a bedroom and bathroom and all the other stuff. The other one would be like a kitchen and living room, things like that. And then the third would be whatever. But he's a millionaire. He can do whatever, and he can build any kind of house he wants and do anything he wants. He thought about just buying a yacht and living off a yacht. He thought about that. We've been talking a few times, and actually we've become friends just by emails. I've not seen him. He's seen me, of course, being online, but it's just more of an email friendship. We don't talk every day or anything like that. We talk, a couple times to 3 times a month. But really, he really seems like a down-to-earth guy. He's not. He says, I'm not necessarily one of those guys. I'm flamboyant. I'm not. I don't need to go down to the pub or bar all the time. He said, I'm really a homebody. He's really a homebody. So he's looking for a Filipina, just a homebody like he is. He's just tired of the rat race, he said there. So I'm opening up to you guys. You guys let me know what you think. Kind of give me an idea on what you think Paul needs to do. He's 42, remember. He's wanting to find a Filipina. He has plenty of money. Money's not an object for him. He said, I could live till I'm 152, and I'm fine financially. That's not a problem, he said. I have plenty of cars. I have plenty of things. I have a house in New York City. He has a house in California, and he has a house in Florida. I think he says he's got a beautiful house down at West Palm Beach on a beautiful golf course. And he's wanting to sell all of that, just get rid of all of it, walk away from it, get away from it, sell it, put the money in the bank, keep the money. But he said, if I didn't sell any of that stuff, I could rent them out. and it'd be maybe great for his Filipina. He's wanting a Filipina. His bottom line is, I want to find a Filipina. He wants to find one that would love him, and he loves her back. He just wants to find someone that would just love him, not for his money. And he says when he first comes here and he does meet a lady, he's going to portray, I have nothing. I'm nothing. I'm broke. I have no money. I have nothing. And I'm going to portray that. I'm going to portray I have enough income that we can live financially good until we can hire a maid if you want a maid, but other than that, we can't go out and go start buying this and that, and we're not going to go buy a car, we're not going to buy this, we're not going to buy that. And so he's going to try to find a lady, it's just down-to-earth lady that's not into the money. And he's going to portray not having gold and jewelry on and all that stuff. He said, I am a New Yorker. I'm raised in New York, right in Manhattan. He says, I have enough watches and gold and jewelry, I could wear that. But I don't need to do that. I don't need that. I'm not that type of person anymore. He had a life-waking experience that woke him up, he said. So, and I kind of have an idea what it is. It's just sometimes you wake up one day and you say, oh, you know what, this, and he's a Christian man. And so he believes that there's a lady here for him, and I believe there is one here too. He can find himself a wonderful lady. So Paul, I put it out there, everybody. I hope everybody enjoys this video. Please share it. Please hit the buttons. Please hit everything. And we'll see what everybody says on it. God bless everybody.